cool.
All right. First podcast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, tonal contention. How does my makeup look?
It looks great.
Thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm not wearing makeup. Okay. So, the idea of this podcast, we came up with this idea, this crazy cool idea that I don't know if anyone else has done. I don't know.
Nobody.
Nobody?
I checked.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
So, what we decided we were going to do was take a song title that someone just randomly brings up, and in this case, a buddy of ours where we work came up with this song title, and we take that song title, we put it into a AI generator, and it generates lyrics for us that we use, and we write a song of a genre that we find or we get by a die that we created. So the die we flip, and whatever genre it lands on is the genre we go for. I have footage, I might insert it here, where you did I actually made one out of wood.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I have to go get that at some point, but I made one out of wood, and the day we wanted to use it, my son lost it. So we created a foam block from where we work and put gaff tape on it, wrote down genres. Anyway, he flipped it, landed on death metal, man.
Which is funny because that's what I mostly
That's kind of where we mostly vibe anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But the die does have different genres on it. I'll bring that out at some point and go over that. So landed on death metal. The song title from our friend Robbie.
That's what sold me with the idea. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, the idea was super cool. I went to you. You were cool with it. And we both like to write songs. And for me, I like to do it in the garage. I'm not in any bands. I know you're in a band. But I just like to do it in my garage on my own time. And this is a cool way for me to put that to use.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's
and I'm rusty at guitar, and I need to be playing more, and this is giving me that opportunity.
This is teaching me other things that I never really messed with, like recording. So
right,
hopefully get at that because not there.
So the idea is, first episode we're gonna do this together, and then after this we're gonna start bringing in guests. And the podcast called Tonal Contention, but it's not necessarily a competition more than it is just, see what the other guys did, talk about it.
Right.
All that fun
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if it's going to continue, but for sure with this one, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Which we still haven't said what the name was.
Right. The name, here we go, drum roll. Naked Men on Horseback.
That's what sold me. I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, you're good. I love that sound. Such a good sound. So, buddy of ours, Robbie, came up with the song title, and I was like, man, where did you come up with that? It's funny because before I even asked that question, we already went and wrote the song.
Yeah,
we were already done. We were like, oh, Naked Men on Horseback, funny, awesome. Then after I wrote it, or we wrote the songs, did the AI lyrics, I was like, what? Where did you even get that from? And
I thought it was just like some random idea.
I did too. And he goes, no, man. Back in high school, we had this coach who was like, he always called everybody men. He's like, men, all right, men, let's go do some layups, men. Like. And I guess he was also the history teacher, and so he would even call the whole class men, the ladies too, men. All right, men. So I guess one day they were just making fun of his voice, and one of them was like, "Naked men on horseback." so that full circle to this podcast. Now we get to give more life to that story. With AI.
Robbie. I'm excited. I want to hear. Oh, and by the way, we haven't heard each other's songs.
That's it. Yeah. That's the other main huge thing. We haven't heard each other's songs. We do not get to hear them until this podcast right here, right now.
And while we were setting up, I was going to email him my song, and I almost played it.
I heard the first chord.
Yeah.
So I got nothing from it.
Yeah.
So you're fine. You're good. So, anything else we should add before we get into?
How'd you get into guitar playing, into music? You know, I don't think I've ever really asked you that.
We really haven't talked about that much. Growing up as a kid, I just always liked guitar, and I begged for one for Christmas one year. Got one when I think I was 12, probably 12. Didn't learn how to play it for probably 5 more years.
It sounds that was a similar story.
And it was I was in a band. Didn't know how to play guitar. They were like, "Here, let's start a band." All right. The other guy knew how to play. He was great. Still friends to this day. He might end up being a guest on this show. But I had no idea how to play guitar, and I think at the time I met him, I just was like figuring out power chords and just like just power chords. And he was like, "Dude, you know you can drop that," and it's like, one finger does a power chord. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So we started writing today, like to this day, that's probably the most legit band I was ever in, was with him. My cousin was on drums. Awesome band. And yeah, because of him, I now know how to play guitar. I kind of started practicing more, and I never really did a lot of bands after that. Did a couple, but went to school to learn how to recording arts school, and started just recording myself in my room, you know, and I've been doing that almost ever since.
Cool. So now I know my stuff's going to sound like trash.
No, and the funny thing is I'm still not a great guitar player. I would never say that. I'm like, I've seen you play, like I know you, but I feel like I can write a cool song. So, but yeah.
I'm sure you can.
You're about to find out.
I'm about to find out. Yeah, I got my guitar when I was 13.
Oh, cool.
And for like the first year, I would sit it on my lap like this, like sideways, and
yeah,
I didn't know what I was doing, you know?
Yeah.
And then, I got, people knew I had a guitar. So, hey, do you want to start a band? Of course.
Yes.
But
that's how it always goes.
I didn't tell them I didn't know how to play guitar, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was 22-ish years ago.
Yeah, I think the very first song I ever learned how to play that finally got me into kind of the music that I'm playing now was what was it? It was an Avenged Sevenfold song. It was off of their second album. Was it Confession something? I forget. It's like a super famous riff. But yeah, that kind of got me where I am now. Chuggy chug metal metal.
Yeah, for me it was.
But I like writing other shit too. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I actually did some classical guitar in college. So
I think I remember you mentioning that. That's cool.
I didn't ever really bother learning like chords and stuff like that. My dad had a bunch of Metallica and Pantera CDs, and once I heard that, I was like, "That's what I want to do."
Right. Black Album all the way for me. Everyone's like, Black Album was the worst album. You know, that's when they went off the charts or off the rails, whatever. And to me, it was like that tone, though. That tone was so brutal,
yeah, it
so
does sound
heavy.
really good. Yeah,
the drums, the way they did that on that album, just that crazy. Like they put plywood in corners to make it just reverb like nuts in that studio. So I don't know. To this day, like I'm just blown away by the quality of that album, sound wise.
I really like Injustice for All.
Yeah,
that's the one for me.
No bass.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's my dad actually didn't want to buy me a guitar. He said it was gonna sit in the corner.
Yeah,
which it did for a year, and I'm sure he was giving me that look
too,
like.
Yeah.
But
no, I sat there and made god awful noise on that thing for years. They were probably like, "Why did we give him that thing?" Thought it was just gonna go in the corner, but it didn't. He just sucks at it for a long time. So, yeah. But yeah, man, that's cool. That's some things I didn't know about you. I like that.
Yeah,
nice.
Same here. I did do the whole band thing for a while. I did some touring. Didn't really care for it too much, but I still write music, and
I think that's my biggest thing. I don't think I would like the touring part of it.
yeah. I mean, it was fun at first, and then it just got old real quick.
I feel like this is a cool way to kind of like do what we love to do without having to go off and.
Hopefully
I don't want to leave my
works
family,
out, and we keep doing this.
Hell yeah! Come on, guys. Fun. All right, so now, paper, rock, scissors, or
dude, I gotta go.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really bad at this, by the way. I'm sure you're gonna win.
No.
Best 2 out of 3?
Yeah, let's do 2 out of 3.
All right.
All right.
So
I always called it rock, paper, scissors. Is it paper, rock, scissors? Is that the official way?
I thought it was paper, rock, scissors.
Paper, rock, scissors?
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments what you've always grown up with.
So, is it going to be like 1, 2, shoot?
1, 2, shoot.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Ready?
1, 2, shoot. You got me. 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. All right, so
tiebreaker?
We gotta go. Tiebreaker. You got to think about it?
I was just trying to remember what the first one you did was.
1, 2, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. 2, shoot. So do I pick who goes first? Or do I just go first?
No, that's a good idea. You pick who goes first.
All right. You go first.
Okay. Well, I sent you the song.
You did. It's right here.
Go for it.
Let me see if it'll play just right here off the email. Naked Men on Horseback.
Yes.
I hear my son. He's crashing his RC car into the door. All right. World premiere. Yes.
Their spirits gripped by pain. Riders of desolation, throughout the void they roam.
Yes.
And souls on horseback, destined to atone. The shadows, they shall call out a misty endless night.
Nice.
Pursuit of redemption, blinded by their plight. In the skin, the travesty of torment and despair. Its scars of memories, showing the mistaken man. The shadows make shift through upon misery they sit. Bearing the weight of sorrow, their souls forever split. sky, the color was still. Their houses, mere extensions of the damaged will. Beneath the careless day, the other self cries out. Embracing this twisted body of sorrow and devil. Our naked men on horseback are chained to shame, seeking solace in darkness, forever wearing pain. May mercy find these lost souls. The time is soon undone. Until then they ride in your day, until the demons are
Dude, hell yes. That's so gnarly. What's funny is there's a few similarities
Really cool.
to my song in there. I didn't do a lot of like those cool little like in between riff kind of. Just those are badass, man. I love those.
That's actually my favorite part of the song. That one of the higher ones.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the song.
And that's the funny thing is that the way I did mine, I'm not going to get too much into it yet, but the way I did mine was kind of like more dissonant because I am rusty at guitar. So I can't wait till I'm back to, where I used to be. That's going to be fun. Drums, dude. Is that Guitar Pro?
No, I played those myself.
Oh, really?
No. Absolutely not.
Dude, straight up believed you. I was like, what? Whoa.
No, if you want, we can check out both songs and then go over.
And then do it?
Or however you want to do it.
I don't know. I was just really curious.
Okay,
Those drums were really sick. Like the way they were programmed was cool. It's like, I think that's where I lack the most.
Yeah, so I programmed the drums on Guitar Pro, which is where I write all my stuff, and then sent them, converted the MIDI files to Get Good Drums. It was the Misha kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and into Logic.
Awesome. Guitar?
Guitar, I have the Neural DSP Soldano plugin.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's what I use for the guitars. And then for the leads, I actually used the Pliny one.
Really?
Also Neural, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I had 7 guitars.
Really?
Because you were like, I bet you're going to have more guitars than me. And I was like, no. And then I was like, man, I got to add more guitars.
Yeah. Well, the reason I said that is because I... Excuse me.
I've been over here like...
It was bubbling for a while. I had to let it go. When we did this song, or these songs, you still laughing at me? You burp shaming me? Sorry. So anyway, when we did this song, it was like 7 degrees outside when we decided this was the time to do the songs. And I do it out in the garage.
Oh. Right.
It was freezing. So I have all my shit out there that, all my recording equipment. And I was like, I'm not going out there doing that out there. Like, I tried putting like a little space heater out there. No way. Wasn't working. So I just brought in my little Pro Tools inbox in here and I did it inside and only did 1 layer of guitars. But it still came out cool.
So yeah, I only had 1 layer of guitars, but I thought it sounded too thin. And again, I'm not
it's
amazing at it, so...
Are we ready to hear mine?
I'm totally ready.
All right. Chris, Naked Men on Horseback world premiere. God, how to do this.
This is sick.
spinning out, screaming naked men on horse.
I think this thing fell.
Oh, did it? Oh. Yeah, you may have to tighten it a little. What kind of production are we running here? Oh, what do you think?
I was not expecting that from you, Chris.
Really?
That that black metal ass.
Dude, it's funny because it's all right here. There's nothing from down. I was doing like the growl where I will like really push the growl out and it doesn't sound as good as it used to. I've got to work it back in. But yeah, it was all just yeah.
No, dude. I whenever we were first gonna start doing this, I was like, man, I'm gonna sound like crap unless I start doing it again. You know?
Yeah. So it was pretty rough the next day. I was just like walking around work going.
I liked it, man. It was
the dissonant part. You had a little bit of that dissonant part in yours too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty death metal.
Yeah.
I think we both landed the genre.
Yeah. Whenever I first thought about doing it, I was like, it's got to be like some slam death metal, like just old school, just nothing but gutturals. And I was like, you know what? The lyrics make me think of like a Mon Amarth.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be a little more melodic.
Just one of my favorite bands. They really are.
Yeah, it just turned into what it is now. But yeah, it started with that idea. Like, you know what? This reminds me of a Mon Amarth.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's why I went.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like trying to go super dissonant. I don't do a lot of blast beats, so it was fun to try to kind of create that.
Trying to stay away from that because I in my personal writing, like for my songs, it's
just like, yeah.
So I was like, man, I gotta have it in there at least once, you know.
Yeah, I usually try to stick with a groove, but yeah, it's like for this, I'm gonna go all out. So
I liked it,
but yeah, the programmed kick and snare, everything else I played.
Yeah.
So that's kind of another thing that we probably should mention is, you know, part of the rules where anything goes really on how you can, you know, make this work. So like if we at some point wanted to get someone else to do vocals, we don't have to do everything.
Right. Yeah.
So,
of course.
But in this case we did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll see what we end up doing, whether it's something that we're not comfortable with, and maybe we will have to get somebody to sing or like real singing.
My wife's a great singer, but she won't do it. I'm gonna have to talk her into it. That's part of the reason we got together is like she sounded like Amy Lee. I was like, damn, I get my own Amy Lee. All right. Cool. So yeah, but that was cool, man.
Yeah. I wish we could just do death metal every song.
Every time.
Nah, we got to make this interesting.
Yeah. So, anything else we want to add to the song reaction?
Pleasantly surprised.
Thank you. Same. It was really cool, man. I mean, I kind of assumed where you were going, like where you were probably going to go with yours, but you definitely knocked it out of the park, man. It was cool.
Had you heard any of my music before?
What you showed me the other day at work.
So before that, when
nothing.
you asked me.
Oh, no, nothing. To be on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, never heard a thing.
Okay, so just so...
I just heard you, Robbie said you shredded. So I was like, okay, cool. That's all I need to know. Which is funny because I don't shred at all. So I was like, if I'm not going to be the shredder, someone's got to be the shredder.
That's funny because what if, like, I show up with this, like, terrible... And I'm not saying my song is good, but, like...
The song was awesome.
What if I showed up with this, like, ridiculously bad, like...
Well, likewise, what if mine was, like, super, like, just 3 notes? Yeah,
true. So... I guess we put a lot of blind faith in each other and it worked.
Yeah, I guess we did. Nice.
God, I need another beer.
Right on. So the next step is to come up with the next episode's song title, genre, and I don't know if we should do the lyrics right here. I can.
Sure.
That way, it's like they can anticipate what's coming.
That's a good idea.
You think so?
I like that, yeah.
Okay. We're making this podcast up on the spot, so just not really. We put a lot into this actually, but it doesn't sound like it, does it?
Right.
So I just walked into the other room and I asked my wife, I said, song title off the top of your head, go. And she goes, Friends with Benefits.
Okay. I like it.
And I was like, why? We may have a conversation tonight.
Why not?
So.
Ooh, cool. I get to see the official.
It totally looks like but I made it on a whim one day. And that's the one I lost.
Right.
Or I lost. My son lost it. Thanks, Aves. So, but no, we found it. It's made of cedar wood panels from a fence. And this is probably going to change over time, but it's a good first one. So,
I agree.
I don't know where we should.
I did it last time.
Oh, just toss it in the air and catch it. Do like a coin toss. I could do it on the table, but it's going to be loud.
Yeah, it is.
Here, I'll do it on the floor right here. All right. So, song title, Friends with Benefits, in the style of rock.
Okay, not too far from. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't go to like pop or
right away. We'll ease our way that way. Country's on there. I think Southern rock is on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Pop to make it fun. But okay, we landed on rock. Friends with Benefits. Rock.
You want to generate some lyrics real quick?
Yeah. You want to pull it up?
Here you go. I don't even know which.
I just Google it, to be honest with you. So we can pick the style of lyric. So there is a rock option. We can do that, but there's actually a heavy metal, gospel, soul, reggae, country, pop. So we could choose. Do we choose based on the genre that landed on the die?
I think it would make sense.
That's what I did with the death metal one, with Naked Men on Horseback. So
okay.
Yeah. Rock.
Just go with that.
All right, cool.
My thumb hurts.
From what?
Putting up this drape.
What did you do? This doesn't sound more metal. Verse 1. I won't read the whole thing, but verse 1. In the shadows of the city, where the neon lights glow, there is a tale of passionate desire that only we both know. With electric chemistry, we indulge in secret games. Friends with benefits, entwined in passion's flames. Oh my God.
I think I know somebody that could lay down some vocals for this.
Yes. So I think we're going to try to get a guest for this one.
Okay.
And we'll introduce them on the next pod, but they'll be a part of the same thing here.
Same formula. Yeah.
So again, we'll go off 10 days? Or what should we give ourselves? We gave ourselves 10 days and that was cutting it close. But
I think it's going to depend on our guest.
True.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, that's a good goal.
Right. Okay.
Roughly.
I'm not trying to make someone write only half a song and show up with half a song.
Right.
So, okay. So, we're going to get a guest, Friends with Benefits in the style of rock. Email us. We are Tonal Contention at yahoo.com. There is a reason. Sorry, Yahoo, but we didn't choose you first.
It was actually Hotmail.
They don't even have anymore, unfortunately. 'Cause that would have been a great one. I would have totally gone with Hotmail, dude. This sounds better. No, we do have a Gmail account, sort of. My dumbass got us locked out the day I made it. We actually landed the name and everything. Tonal Contention. We were like, we're changing the name of the podcast if we don't get this name on Gmail. and I managed to f it up somehow. So, tonalcontention@yahoo.com. Email us with any ideas or thoughts if you like the songs. We're also going to have the songs posted separately on YouTube, so you can listen to them separate of the podcast. Listen to us everywhere you get your podcast and on YouTube. If you want to watch it, you're going to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
and hopefully we can. I don't know that anybody's going to want to listen to our songs, but if you do,
never know.
Hopefully we can get them on Apple Music and Spotify. And
yeah, totally plan on doing that as well. We talked about releasing them as seasons, which I think is a really cool idea. Yeah. So that one's you. You came up with that.
You know what I didn't come up with is these lyrics, which I think are better than yours.
Uh-oh. Hey, let's hear them. Let's hear them.
Verse 1. In the neon lights, we ignite the flame. No room for rules, just playing the game.
Okay, you want to go with those?
I don't care. We'll see what happens when we do the next episode and bring a guest, and you'll see which one we decided with.
Yeah. So, all right, cool, man. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
First
one down.
First episode.
Hell yeah.
Naked Men on Horseback. I'm really worried that that's what we're going to title this and people won't click on it. They're going to be like, oh, what did I accidentally get myself into?
Yeah, we're going to get the wrong audience. Well, there is no wrong audience.
There's no wrong audience, but it's not, the audience we're shooting
Not
for.
the target audience.
So, I mean, they might like it too.
Yeah.
Who knows? So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cesar, Chris, you've been listening to
Tonal Contention.
Nice. Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Woo!
You should just repeat what you just said.
What did I just say?